Scarlet Empress. Seriously, I laid it 2-1. Nobody knows what I'm quoting there. Yeah. So anyway, hello again. I say again because this is a re-review. CriterioNate here. This is my re-review, re-rewatch of which number is it? Well, number 109. Joseph von Sternberg's The Scarlet Empress, starring the gorgeous Marlene Dietrich, and not Marlena Dietrich, as I had previously stated in my original review for this 2 or 3 years ago, however long it was. Let's see, what were the stats? 1934, 104 minutes, black and white roll. English of all things, too. I forgot it was in English, you know. So yeah, so before I'm going to talk about this, but I honestly, I rewatched my original review of this before I started talking, and I did this, and I'm like, why am I reviewing this again? Because I ended up giving it an A. And so I'm like, and I thought that for me the main point of this was to like give reviews that I know got bad comments, that people thought I gave really crappy commentary on, and so all the bad comments are trying to rectify that and say, oh yeah, maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And I gave it an A though. That's the thing, So I thought I gave it like a D or a C or something, And I was like, okay, well, see if I can see something more in it. But I gave it an A, So now I feel like I should give it a lower rating, because after watching it again, I'm just like, I guess it's hard to, with this story, I think I mentioned this in the other one. It's hard to, for certain movies, like when it's like based on a real story. This is based on the story of Catherine II, also known as Catherine the Great. And so because of that, it's hard to say, oh, it's such a bad story when it actually happened. It's not like a story that the director came up with or a screenwriter came up with. So yeah, that being said. Yeah, so again, I wasn't sure why, I feel like I just wasted my time. I wasted 104 minutes of my life, watching that again, But then I realized, the other part of it was that I don't remember this movie to save my life. Did I like it? And I don't like watching my re-reviews. I don't like watching my old reviews, Although I feel like I should with the others, because I feel like maybe I don't necessarily need to rewatch a movie that I gave a decent review, gave a decent grade to, I should say. So yeah, that being said, so anyway, I'm not sure why I'm here. Well, I'm gonna talk about it anyway because by this point I'm already barely toward the length of it. I think my original review was like about 5 minutes long. Of course, half of this is just me speculating on the movie. But anyway, Scarlet Empress, Sophia, whatever her name is, Princess Sophia, is going to get married to this, is summoned by the Empress Elizabeth to marry her nephew, the Duke Peter. And so Sophia is this very, very innocent waif kind of a girl. And, she grows up, and even when she's she's grown, she's still very innocent. But Alexei takes care of that. Alexei is, I think, the Empress's, right-hand man or something like that. And he falls in love with Sophia, and he seduces her, and on the road, on their way to Russia, he seduces her, and she's like, no, promise to the Duke and all that. And then she meets the Duke, and the Duke's an idiot. Peter is a half-wit, as they call him a half-wit, But he's one of those guys who's always wide-eyed, very, very toxic whispers. Yes, he a little touched, So she's like, oh, I don't want to be with him. But at first she's like, well, but he's my husband, I guess. And yeah, so anyway, so she gets married to him, And she gets bored, and she doesn't really do anything that. I mean, she's mostly there so that she can boink Peter and give him a son, because you know, Elizabeth wants them to have a son. You know, you better have a boy. I want them no girls in power. You know, so they do it. And of course, Elizabeth is all controlling about the child when he is finally born. And yeah, then there's just eventually. Oh, and Sophia, of course, Elizabeth changes Sophia's name to Catherine too, and dresses her up and all that. And Catherine starts to. No, I'm going to call her Sophia because I like the name Sophia. Sophia eventually changes, you know, her persona. I think the power gets to her head a little bit, to the point where she realizes how powerful she is. And Alexei also, is it Alexei? It's Alexei. Alexei, I think. Count Alexei, yeah. Alexei, you know, helps her realize her power by, you know, continually seducing her. And she, you know, at first is kind of like, but then she's like, you know. And I think through him, she realizes the power of her sexuality and begins to use her sex to get out of situations. At one point, Alexei gives her a medallion or like a necklace with his picture in it, and she has to throw it. She throws it away. She throws it out a window, and she has to follow down. She has to go down into the ground and try to find it to smash it so that nobody else finds it. And a guard finds her wandering late at night, and he doesn't believe that she's the Empress, but she's like, oh, well, you know, I'll get all ons you, you know, for lack of a better term, because I don't remember the line. And she does, you know, because he wants to see the necklace or the bracelet that the charm thing, neck thing that she's got behind her back, and you know, and he's like, well, I will put my lips all upon you, and she kisses him, and she drops it, and she gets away scot-free and all that, I guess. And yeah, so eventually Alexei and Sophia plot to take over the kingdom, mostly because Peter has plans to oust Sophia anyway. So Sophia has sex with the whole army, and then gets them all on her side, and the whole army, you know, takes over Peter. And at the end of the movie, she's it, and all the horses run up the stairs. That's how ridiculous the ending was. All the horses that run up the stairs, and I'm like, how's the set not breaking with all those horses? And you can hear the wood. You can hear the wood like creaking, you know. So I'm like, geez, you know, well, you gotta think that one through, you know. And yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, that's all I got to say about the Scarlet Empress, at least the plot. That's the basic movie. Again, I think one of the reasons I gave this an A was that I still, to this day, find Marlene Dietrich an extremely attractive woman. You know, there's a lot of like, I think I mentioned, I forget her name. I'm gonna look her up. You know, the actress from Pandora's Box. What was her name? Louise Brooks or something like that. What was her name? Louise Brooks. Yeah, Louise Brooks. She ain't attractive. She ain't attractive. But Marlene Dietrich, for like those early film stars, you know, she had it going, you know. So, you know, I think, you know, for everyone, you know, so I guess part of me says, you know, I don't blame everyone for, I don't blame people for, you know, feeling how they feel about her. Yeah, so that's basically, so I guess if I gave it a review based on that, and again, I think I mentioned von Sternberg's, you know, the shadows, the lights. There's a scene where I think Elizabeth is talking down to Sophia, and Sophia and Alexei are in the shot, and the light is shining beautifully on Sophia, but not on Alexei. And that's a really it was Alexei. No, it's Sophia and Peter. Peter doesn't get any light. The light is all panned on the right side of the screen where Sophia is. And I thought that was a really nice touch. And that is that, and all that is that, So again, great direction. Marlene Dietrich. Shit, I knew I'd do it. Marlene Dietrich. I should put on a song to dance to it. No. Marlene Dietrich is beautiful. That being said, I still can't get behind the story, the whole, using sex for power, I think that's a little disturbing and a little bit of a cop out, But I guess back then in the 30s, in Russia, you did what you could, you did what you had to, So there you are. Anyway, I guess my review, my original grade still stands. It's an A. It tells the story well. Marlene Dietrich tells the story really well. Von Sternberg tells the story really well, and all that good stuff. So this movie remains A-worthy. I ain't buying it, but I'm still getting it. It's still got an A. So. And yeah, so that's all I got to say about the server. Oh yeah, there's the trailer. For these reviews, I'm more focused on the movie rather than rewatching the supplements. I didn't watch the World of Joseph von Sternberg documentary again. So yeah. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Next week, as I mentioned before, next week's re-review is Carl Theodor Dreyer's Dale Rath from Azusa. That's why I can't show you the cover. Blah, Dale Rath. Yeah, that was one that I remember I think I said I liked it. It wasn't as bad as Gertrude, but I didn't like it that much. But when I saw Ordette, something in me, I liked Ordette so much that I wanted to. I think I said I kind of want to give Dale Rath another shot, at some point. Because it was that pattern that I kind of noticed about how I felt about the trilogies when Criterion puts out a 3-pack. The first one, the second one, the best of the 3. The third one, complete crap. That's how I feel about Gertrude. Gertrude was complete crap. Ordette was really cool. I thought the story was fantastic. But the Day of Wrath, I feel like I just missed something, and my liking of Ordette made me want to give the first one another chance. So, and again, I don't remember a lot of how Day of Wrath went. So that's going to be the next one we'll watch. That'll be next Sunday. And then as far as this week, you guys knows what's here. Let's see if I can do this here. I can't. This may be like another 5 minutes here. Me trying to get this shot. So here, hang on. See, maybe I can get it in 2. Hang on. I think I got this. here. Okay, hang on. Now the left hand is harder. There we go. See if I can do this here. You guys who own the set know what I'm about to do here. Hang on. All right. Hang on. You guys know what's coming this week, starting Tuesday. Old Man River. Oh, see, I can't do it. I can't get his face together. There. All right, wait, hang on. I know I can do this. I'm gonna just there. I may have to cover. There. Old Man River. There. Paul Robeson. Yeah. So that'll be. Yeah. So we'll do. Yeah. This Monday. Tuesday we got. Emperor. So each one of these has 2 movies. I kind of didn't realize that. Well, I kind of did, but I kind of didn't. I thought there was they did a lot of short films too. So we got the Emperor Jones and Paul Robeson tribute to an artist on Tuesday. Body and Soul and Borderline on Wednesday. Sanders of the wait a minute, is it? Yeah, Sanders of the River and Jericho on Thursday, and The Proud Valley and Native Land on Friday. And that'll be that. And again, I've already put a hold on the next week's. What was it? 49th Parallel, Green for Danger, Bicycle Thieves, When a Woman Ascends the Stairs. And yeah, and I will, I'm going to wait, and I think I mentioned my next re-review, but I'll go ahead and make it official next week. So yeah, and I hope to maybe next re-review next Sunday, I'll try to make more of these re-reviews dedicated to just the, I'm going to try and make them dedicated to just the rewatching part. So anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Don't use sex to get higher up in Russia. Don't do it, And don't shoot at your guards if you're a mad duke, a mad grand duke. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all on Tuesday for the Robeson set. And until then, goodbye. Again.